Welcome to the hardcore world. Oh, wait a second. Oh my god. Okay, now we can finally play the game. Okay, so here's the plan. I want to completely transform an ancient city. I want to dig out the entire thing so it's open to the sky and build a bunch of biomes around it in a circle, which means I need to find an ancient city. So, okay. Okay, I think that's all the skulk sensors and shriekers out of this place. So now I want to dig out all of the ceiling in a big circle around the center point here. So let's mark out the circle first. Okay, so there's the whole circle all marked. I have to dig out this whole thing now, but I don't really have the best tools to do that, but end cities do. So I think I should go to the nether and kill a few endermen to get ender pearls. Oh, then I can just get a few blaze rods. Dude, are you kidding? I've killed 15 blazes and only gotten 3 blaze rods. Much better. Let's get out of here. And let's go to the end. Here we go. Oh, what the? Oh, okay. Okay, hi, editing Trey here. Let's be real. We've seen people fight the dragon literally a million times. It's not cool anymore. So I'm just gonna speed through this and also subscribe. This video was literally 70 hours of recording. It took me over a month to edit. So thanks. Enjoy the rest of the video. I just realized I brought arrows, but don't have a bow. Guess we're doing this the old fashioned way. Yes. All right, now I just have to go up to this portal and find an end city. Oh, there's one. And it has a ship. Let's go. First elytra, baby. And gotta get the dragon head, of course. All right, I think this should do it for now, plus the elytra. Pretty successful end trip if you ask me. And I don't want to risk it and end up dying, so I'm going home. Now that I have better tools, I guess I'll start digging this place out. Okay, so that's a little bit of the first quarter done. The rest of it is still untouched. And as you can see, I need to go a lot deeper, and these new tools are already suffering, and it's taking a long time. So there's a way I can speed this all up quite a bit, and it's with TNT dupers. But to do that, I'm gonna need some slime balls. So I'm gonna find a swamp. Okay, hopefully that's enough. Oh. Okay, good thing I was over water when those broke. Oh my god. All right, now there's only a couple more materials that we need, so I'll gather those real quick. And that should be all the materials. Now it's time to actually blow this place up. Oh, and I also replaced the wood marking the circle with these waterlogged leaves because they won't get blown up by TNT, as you can see. So now I'll build the first TNT flying machine.
And arguably most fun way to do it is by using TNT duper.
Okay, so that should be it. Now if I just pull this lever. Yes! Oh my god, that is a lot of TNT. But okay, it's doing it. So now we just let this dig all the way down to the ancient city for us. While that's going, a bunch of slimes have been spawning down at the bottom. So I'm gonna collect these slime balls and build even more TNT flying machines to speed all this up. All right, so this is the progress on it so far. There's a little bit of a mess to clean up, but there's only a few more blocks until we're in the ancient city. And I don't want to risk blowing that up, which means the rest, I'm digging by hand. Oh wow, look, it's done. Now that the ancient city is all dug out, it's time to start working on the actual biomes. First, I'll start by dividing this place up into 12 sections, one for each biome. And the first biome we're gonna do will go right here, and it's going to be the plains biome. So let's remove all this ancient city stuff. Okay, that's the section all cleaned out. Now we need to go and gather all the plains themed blocks. So first, I need to gather a bunch of grass. And I'll cover the ground with that. And then I want to cover up the walls with mountains that look like they're from each of the biomes. So here we'll start out with some stone. And I'll slowly slant it backwards to make it look like a real mountain. And then I'll cover it up with some more grass blocks and some bone meal. I also want a villager house down there, so I think I'll just borrow this one. Thank you. I think I'll just put it right about here. All right, perfect. And then I'll add a farm right here with some wheat, a nice villager meeting spot with a bell, and then I'll connect everything together with a path. And I'll add a couple village light poles. And I want to plant some trees around here too for some more detail. And even though birch trees are kind of cringe, I'll plant some of those here too. And of course, some bone meal around to top it all off. All right, that is the plains biome all done. The next biome I want to do is on the complete opposite side, because this portal right here, I'm going to turn into my nether portal at the end of the video. So I think it'd look cool if on one side we have the normal world, and when you look through the portal, you see the nether. So now I've got to clean up this section. All right, it's all cleared out, and now I got to go to the nether. The first thing I need is a bunch of netherrack. Anyway, I also need a bunch of quartz and nether gold ore, and I want to gather a few magma blocks and some glowstone too. I'm also going to build a piece of a nether fortress in the nether biome, so I'll need some of these nether bricks too, and some basalt. Okay, so first things first, I'm going to cover the entire section in netherrack. For the mountain part of this biome though, I want to build a mini basalt delta type thing down here. So I'm kind of just making these random sizes, and I'll add a few blackstone and magma blocks around here too. So that's the basalt part done for now. The rest of the wall can just be simple netherrack, nothing special. But I do want to add some quartz and nether gold ore in here too. All right, so now I want to build the nether fortress sticking out of this wall. So I'll start the leg of it right here. And then I can just build over to the wall, connect everything, fill it all in, and boom, there we go. A full-on nether fortress in the nether. I want to add some lava around here though. So I'll just grab a few buckets. Oh, okay. So I'll just add some lava here, here, and fill in the basalt section. All right, that's the lava all placed, finally. So I'll just put some fire around now. I want to add a little soul sand valley section here too. And I'll add one of those fossils that sometimes spawns there that looks just like that. Actually, that's ugly. Okay, that's better. So that is the nether biome all complete. We now have 2 biomes done, the plains and the nether biome. And this build is already looking awesome, but there's still 10 more biomes left to do. And this has already taken a long time. So I'm just gonna clear out the rest of the ancient city. All right, now it's time for the next biome, and it's going to go right here. This biome is going to be a taiga biome. So I need to collect a bunch of spruce trees. And of course I need some mossy cobblestone, ferns, mushrooms, and then obviously the most important part is the podzol, because this will make up pretty much most of the ground, plus some coarse dirt. So I'm just gonna cover the entire ground of this section with podzol for now, and then I'll put some of these mossy cobblestone rocks around that the biome has. And of course, all the dead bushes, ferns, and mushrooms. Then I want to mix in a few patches of the coarse dirt and cover this whole place in big and small spruce trees. Okay, so there's the taiga biome all finished. And the next biome will go right here and will be a desert. So mostly I just need to gather a bunch of sand, a bit of sandstone, and a few cactus. Now, I'm just gonna cover this whole section with sand. Normally in a desert, there would be like a desert pyramid or something, but that's just too big for this space. And that's like kind of cliche. And that's boring. Everyone has a desert temple. I wanna do something new related to the 1.20 update. I wanna make this whole biome archaeology themed. So I'm gonna gather some clay to make the new pots, and I'm gonna make an archaeology dig site here. So I'll add a table of pots right here, and another one right here. Oh. So that's 2 tables to display the new pots. Right over here, I want to build a little mini version of the actual archaeology dig sites that they added in the 1.20 update. So I need some glazed terracotta, which I can get by smelting clay blocks, dyeing them, and then smelting them again. All right, so now I'm just gonna build a little thing here with this terracotta. Okay, that kind of looks like it. It's good enough. And finally, I want to build an excavation site for finding fossils like this skeleton skull. All right, so that's the desert biome all finished, including these paths I added to connect everything. The next biome we're gonna do will go right here, and is gonna be a snow and ice biome. And luckily from one of the buildings I tore down in the ancient city, it had snow. So if I just grab a carved pumpkin, I can make literally infinite snow with this snow golem. Oh, wait. Okay, this is Silk Touch. This is not what I need. There we go. And listen, I know gathering snow is boring and we all have short attention spans. So here's some Subway Surfers to keep us all entertained. Okay, that's enough. Now I can use all that snow to cover the floor in this biome. And for the rest of the biome, I'm gonna need a bunch of ice. Whoa, look at this circle of jungle in the middle of the swamp. That looks awesome. Okay, here we go. Time for the most satisfying sound in all of Minecraft. All right, that should be enough. I guess while I'm here, since there's this tiny cherry blossom biome here, I'll gather a few of these trees. Because later, we're gonna add this biome to the ancient city too. So right back here, we're gonna add some ice spikes. And the first one, I think will go here. And I'll add a couple smaller ones around. All right, there's all the ice spikes. And now I wanna add an igloo. So I think I'll put it right here. And then lastly, I want to put in a little bit of grass here to make it look like it all used to be grass that got snowed over. I'll also plant a couple of trees. Oh, okay. As a final touch, I want to actually use some of these snow layers on top of the trees so it really looks like it got snowed on. All right, there's the snow biome all complete. This one is literally my favorite so far. The next biome we're going to do will go right here and will be the warm ocean biome. Since it's an ocean, I need to dig and deepen the section a bit, cover the floor with sand, and flood the place with water. Now, I want to turn this entire back wall into a waterfall so the whole biome has that blue color. I guess I'll start here, but I think the waterfall might get messed up as we go. If I place water here, does it mess it up? Oh, it's fine. Yeah, that looks sick. The whole thing is covered in water. So now I want to fill the entire ocean with coral. And there's actually a warm ocean right by where I gathered sand from. So this is perfect. All right, time to gather all this. That should be enough coral. Let's get out of here. Now we can fill our ocean with all that coral. All right, there's the base coral blocks placed. It looks pretty good so far, but now we need to place all the coral fans. Oh, okay, well, that's all the coral fans placed down. And then I'll add some seagrass, kelp, and sea pickles. Okay, that is the warm ocean biome all done. This is maybe the best looking biome so far. The next biome is gonna be a mushroom island. And the main thing I need to gather is all this mycelium. And of course, a bunch of these mushrooms too. Oh, that's probably enough gathering. So I'll cover this whole section with all the mycelium. And the only other thing that this biome really needs is a bunch of the big mushrooms. And there we go, that's the mushroom biome. Now there's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more biomes left to go. And the next one I'm gonna build will be the mesa biome, which means I need a bunch of terracotta and a little bit of all the other colors too, plus some red sand, of course. All right, and with that, I'll cover the ground of this section with all the red sand. And now obviously the most important part of this biome is the mountain. So I have to make sure this looks really nice. All right, that's the entire Mesa Mountain, and it looks perfect. For a couple extra details, I'll add a mine shaft, and obviously a minecart chest. And then I'll put a couple of fences with some planks on top, and a small terracotta arch for the vibes. And that's the entire Mesa biome done. And this part is gonna be a mix of a swamp and a mangrove biome. So it's time to go grab some of those mangrove trees. And there's a huge mangrove swamp just over this way. These are probably the most annoying trees to harvest in the game, but for you, and for the views, I guess I'll do it. Like, where do all these random logs come from? Oh my god, a beehive! I didn't even know that was possible here. And while I'm here, I also need to gather a bunch of this mud and some lily pads. So I'll cover the entire ground here with the mud, and then I'll flood the entire place. Then I'm gonna fill this whole place with kind of random grass, just like how it is in the real swamp and mangrove biomes. And I'll mix in a little bit of mud here and there too. And now I need to put a bunch of tall grass around here and some of those blue flowers around just randomly. Okay, then I'll plant a few of these mangrove trees. Oh my god, that's big. And then I want to plant a couple of normal trees. And to match the swamps even more, I'll put some vines on these trees. And then as the final touch to the swamp biome, a bunch of lily pads. All right, there's the swamp and mangrove biome all complete. Only 3 biomes left to go, and this one will be the cherry blossom biome, which I already gathered the stuff for earlier. So I'll put a little bit of tall grass around here, but mostly I'm focusing on covering the entire thing and the new pink flowers. Okay, that looks perfect, just like the biome. Now all I need is some of these actual cherry trees, and that's a cherry blossom biome. Oh my god, it even came with some bees. That is so cute. So far, this is what the base is looking like, and we only have 2 more biomes left to go. The next biome I'm gonna build is the jungle biome, which is just a pretty standard grass terrain, just like that. And now I need to gather all the jungle themed blocks. First, obviously I need a lot of jungle trees. Oh, hello. Never mind. Then I need to gather some melons, some cocoa beans, and finally some bamboo. All right, so I'm gonna plant a bunch of the big trees towards the back here, one in the middle, another one over here, and a couple smaller ones around. And bone meal this. Oh. And then I'll add a couple patches of podzol and cover it with bamboo. And I gotta make sure to put some cocoa beans on these trees. Let's put a couple melons around. and then some bone meal for grass. Jungle biomes don't have flowers though, so I'm gonna replace all of those with these ferns. So that's the jungle biome all complete. This one looks cool on the inside. And that leaves one final biome left. And this one is gonna be a cave and amethyst geode biome. First, I need a lot of ores, and I have a bunch, but they're all deep slate ores, so I need to hit the caves. All right, so there's all the ores. Oh, wait. Okay, there's all the ores. So I'll just scatter these around randomly. All right, and now I need a bunch of amethyst, but I haven't seen a single geode, so... Okay. All right, and now I just want to put a couple amethyst geodes in this biome. So maybe one right here. And this next one I'm gonna put here on the wall. And that should do it. And then I'll add a couple other small things like some dripstone and a fake cave spider spawner and a mine shaft to finish the cave biome. And that is the entire build almost complete. To finish it off, here in the center is the deep dark portal. One day I'm sure it'll lead to a new dimension, but for now, this is gonna be my new nether portal. So this is the finished build. This looks amazing. And even with all this built, this dirt box is still my house. So I guess I'll have to fix that in the next episode. Subscribe!